Hello chatbox out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week so far. But first of all, I'm going to be telling you guys quickly about my Sunday evening. So on my Sunday evening I was supposed to be doing 9 till 3, and then I was told that I was going to be doing 5 till 10:30. So I was like, yeah, that's great. So I got the daytime off and I was like, this is great. So I just chilled, went on a walk, and then halfway through my ginormous walk I went on, enjoying the lovely autumnal sunshine and the lovely leaves. I then got messaged by one of my colleagues who was saying how it was just going to be him on shift 3 till 6 and asked if I could come in at 4 instead of 5. So I got back quickly, got changed and headed up there, and ended up doing 4 till 10:30 instead. And then the colleague who was supposed to be doing the quiz role ended up hurting and breaking her finger in football, so she wasn't able to attend to do the quiz. So we ended up getting one of our other colleagues to quickly come in and do the quiz, and then he went off, and we had about 7 or 8 groups doing the quiz, so it was pretty busy. And one of our other colleagues got on for 6, and I was running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing food and drink orders and bill taking. And then after the quiz we got the close jobs done and got out for about 10:30ish, and I got picked up, got home and had my Sunday roast that I've been dreaming about all evening, and was literally so hungry, and it was so good. And I'm going to show you guys a photo of that roast I had for tea now. Oh my god, it was so good. I then had a donut for my pudding, which I'm going to show you guys a photo of now. Can't go wrong with a jam donut. It was just so jammy, loved it. Then I had a cup of tea and was just watching a bit of TV. I then watched the Strictly results, finished writing my journal, put that away, and then went off to bed. And then on my Monday, I was supposed to be having Monday off and then working Tuesday evening, but I ended up swapping shifts with one of my colleagues to cover for him. So he did my Tuesday evening and I did his Monday. So I got up on my Monday morning nice and early, ready to get ready for work, got showered and changed, had some breakfast, listened to a bit of music, and was just playing a bit of Pokemon Go before work. My dad was at work, older sister and brother at work as well, and younger brother too, younger sister up at uni, and my mum was asleep. I then locked up and headed to work. On the way to work I got a nice selfie in front of these lovely autumnal red and yellow leaves, and my checkered winter autumn coat, very autumny, and I just love it. Autumn is just such a lovely colour, I just love the colour autumn. I then got to work and I got a drink from the corner shop, and on the way into work I also got some flour snacks that I'm going to show you guys now as well. I just love flower toffee so much, makes me so happy. One of my favourite things to get photos of, plants and flowers, love it. I then got into work, I clocked in and it was just me, one of my supervisors and my other colleague on shift, and she had to go off for a meeting, very important meeting, so it was just me and one other colleague on. And luckily it wasn't too busy, we just had lots of people coming in for coffees and cake. And me and my other colleague absolutely smashed it. Me and her got on really well, we worked really well, and I was just running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing food and drink orders and bill taking. Saw a few regulars and a few people I know, so I was just chatting with them, and it was quite nice weather, so we had a few people sitting outside as well. Our supervisor then got back from this meeting, and she got back for about 12ish, so from 10 till 12ish it was just me and one other colleague on, but we were fine, we smashed it, it was really good. And I did 9 till 3. I clocked off at 3 and I went off to one of my favourite little flower shops. I got some flower slats, which I'm going to show you now. I love it in there. The flowers are so beautiful, and I went to school with one of the girls who works in there, so I was having a nice chat with her. I then went off to my favourite little coffee shop and got myself a hot chocolate and a bit of carrot cake. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was so delicious. I then made my way home. On the way back, I was just playing on Pokemon Go. I then got home and I was watching Escape to Country, and then I watched Home and Away, wrote a bit of my journal, just a bit of music, just some drawing and colouring in. My older brother was then back from being at work and he went off to rugby. Then my younger sister's boyfriend came over and we got ready for touch rugby, and my dad dropped us off to touch rugby and we met my older sister there. I only went and left my drinks bottle in the car. Luckily, one of my teammates had an extra water bottle, so I was able to use that. It was a really good evening at touch rugby. It rained a little bit, but other than that, it was all good. Didn't manage to fall over and cut my knee yet again, and so next time I'm definitely bandaging that up. I did say, should I have a plaster on it, and my mum was like, no, you only drop it. It will only drop off, and she said, just don't fall over. Like, that's going to help. I am so clumsy, so yeah, next time I'm definitely badging it up. We got a group photo at the end, and then got back, got showered and changed into my PJs, and had fish fingers, mash and beans for tea, which was so good. I then watched the UK soaps, listened to a bit of music, watched some Netflix, finished writing my journal, put that away, and then I went off to bed. And on my Tuesday, I got up after a nice lie-in. I was off work, and my friend, my work colleague, was covering my evening shift, and so I had the whole day to relax and enjoy, which is great. My mum had gone to the doctors for a checkup. She got back, and my dad was back from being at work. He went off to bed. My older brother and sister and younger brother were at work, younger sister up in uni. I was then just watching a bit of Doctor Who and listening to a bit of Kylie, a bit of Kate Bush, a bit of Coldplay. I then got myself ready and went off on a walk, and I got some flower slats that I'm going to show you guys now. I then went off to the high street, and I went into my favourite little flower shop, or one of them, and got some flower photography that I'm going to show you guys now. I love it in there. Then I went off to Coffee One and got myself a caramel frappe and a bit of Victoria sponge cake, which I'm going to show you guys a photo of now. It was so delicious. Love a bit of Victoria sponge cake. I also saw one of my work colleagues in there, so I stuck up on her and made her jump and was just chatting with her. After having my caramel frappe and a bit of Victoria sponge cake, I then went off and had a look around the chive shops. I then went off into the garden centre up in the high street, and I got some plant snaps from there that I'm going to show you guys now. Love plant photography so much. The patterns on the leaves, they're just so pretty. Then I got some flower photography from there as well, which I'm going to show you guys now. They're such beautiful colours. Then I went off to WH Smith's and had a little look in there, and I got myself a new book. I got this book called The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is also a series on Amazon Prime, and it's such a good series. I think on Prime Video, now original series on Prime Video, one of those sites. It's Prime Video, which my younger sister had and I didn't have, so I watched it with her, and it's such a great series and can't wait to read this. I then went off into M&Co and had a little look at the jumpers, but I don't need any more jumpers, and I was this close to getting another jumper, but I was like, no Dan, you don't need it, and I had the willpower to not get it, so I was very proud of myself. I then went off to the card factory and got one of my colleagues a birthday card as it was her birthday, and I then also got some Turkish delight from Aldi. They have all the Halloween stuff, and then behind the Halloween aisle they have all the Christmas stuff, and this is in the Christmas section, and I love Turkish delight, especially the rose one. Then I went off to my workplace and I wrote and gave the birthday card to my colleague whose birthday it was, who was on shift, and she gave me a load of chocolates that she'd brought in as it was her birthday, and so I had a few of those. And then I got myself some lunch from my workplace. I got some halloumi fries and a fresh OJ, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. I love the halloumi fries at my workplace, they're so good, and the fresh OJs as well. I was going to have a toasted tea cake, but I thought all good, all toasted tea cake out. I think I just love the toasted tea cakes as well. That's what I normally go for. If I have a lunch break at work, I normally go for a fresh OJ or apple juice and a toasted tea cake and some halloumi fries, but I just had a fresh OJ and a halloumi fries this time around. I also got this new mug here, which is a Harry Potter mug. Love it. This is Hogwarts there with the Hogwarts logo on, and I didn't realise, which is awesome, on the back it says Hogwarts 9 3/4 Express, so you can have it that way or that way. Love it. Love Harry Potter so much. Hopefully going back to the Harry Potter studios in London soon with my family and family friends, which will be awesome. Then I got home and my grandma had popped over and she'd ordered some pasties all the way from Padstow in Cornwall, so she brought some of those up for us to have for our tea. She stayed for a little bit and then went off home. I was then just watching Home and Away from today, and then wrote a bit of my journal, just a bit of music, and then my older brother was back from work. Older sister came over and my older brother had to take my older sister up to Tesco's to get some stuff sorted out, so they kindly dropped me up to my workplace as I had a work meeting at 5 about the new food and drink menu for the winter menu, and so I went off and had the meeting about that, and it was really good getting prepared for the food and drink winter menu launch the next day. Then I stayed for drinks with some of my colleagues and I just had 2 apple juices. You know, wild, living it up, Dan. Then I got picked up from my work meeting, drinks after work, by my dad. We got back and I had my cheese onion pasty all the way from Padstow, and it was so good. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Can't beat a Cornish pasty. I then had a cup of tea and some of my shortbread, and then I watched Great British Bake Off, watched the UK soaps, just a bit of music, and then I was just watching a bit of Netflix. I then went off to bed, and then on my Wednesday, which is today, I got up, showered and changed, ready for work. had some breakfast, listened to a bit of music. I then locked up and headed to work. My dad, older brother, sister and younger brother were already at work, and my younger sister was in uni. My mum was asleep and I locked up and headed off to work. Played Pokemon Go on the way to work. Stopped off at the corner shop and got myself a drink. I then got to work and got clocked in, and it was just me and my supervisor, well, one of my supervisors on shift at first, and we were just getting everything ready for the launch of the food and drink menus for this winter. And then at 10, one of our other colleagues came in. He started at 10, I started at 9, I did 9 till 3, and it was really good. I did the first order of the day with the new winter menu, and it went well. There was only a few things that I couldn't find, but I found them eventually. It's going to take a while to get used to the new menu and the new layout on the tabs on the menu when doing orders, but other than those two little hiccups, it was good. And I was just like, sorry if it takes a while to get these orders done. We just got a new menu, so it might take a while to find a few things, but everyone was really chilled about it, and it was quite busy. We absolutely smashed it. We worked really well as a team. Me and one of my colleagues who's just started, he is just so quick, and it's just here, there and everywhere. A lot of energy, and I go to clean a table and he'd already done it. I thought, oh my god, it's so quick. And so I was cleaning lots of tables, doing lots of food and drink orders and bill taking, and I finished at 3, clocked off, and I had quite a lot of cups of tea, so I was literally buzzing. And my other colleague came in at 3, so I had a nice chat with him quickly, and then I clocked off, got my bag and coat and headed off, and I went off to one of the flower shops and got some flower snaps that I'm going to show you guys now. Such beautiful flowers. I also got this snap of some pumpkins, and I think swede, very autumny, love it, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. I then made way to my favourite little coffee shop and had a white mint hot chocolate, and it looked like a witch's cauldron, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Delicious. I then made way back. On the way home, I played Pokemon Go. I then got home and had to get my knee bandaged by my mum, as the plaster had fallen off while I was at work and it was stinging so much, and so she sorted that out. I then got changed and had my lunch. I had chicken Caesar bacon wraps, a fruit pot, a orange Lucozade and a chocolate Oreo bar. I love chocolate Oreo so much. I then wrote a bit of my journal, listened to some music, and was just sorting my Bluetooth out. My dad then went off to the shops to get stuff for tea. My older brother got back from being at work and then went off to rugby. And then whilst my dad was at the shops, me and my mum were just watching Stardust, one of my favourite films. It's one of those films that I could watch over and over again and never get bored of. Kind of like Nanny McPhee. I have many films like that. Then my dad got back, and for tea we had pizza, and it was so good. Then we were just watching a bit of Top Gear. I then got my work rota for next week, and it's similar to this week, and I am working this Sunday doing a big shift, and I have a lunch break, and I can't wait to try the hummus and halloumi sandwich off the winter menu, and I'm going to have that with a fresh orange juice, of course. Love a fresh orange juice from my workplace, they're so good. And so I wrote those down, and I'm working this Sunday. Then I was supposed to be off Monday and working Tuesday evening, but like this week I'm covering for one of my colleagues, so I'm doing their 10 to 3 Monday, and they're doing my evening shift on Tuesday, as they need to go to the hospital to have their finger scanned, as they broke it at football and might have to have it operated on. So I'm covering her Monday and she's doing my Tuesday evening, which means I get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, and I'm doing a split shift like this Friday, next Friday as well, and I get Saturday, like this Saturday, off. So yeah, some really good shifts coming up, and doing like 3-4 shifts, and I'm now off to go and watch today's UK soaps, and then probably just gonna watch a bit of Netflix and then tomorrow I'm off, and me and my mum are going to my grandparents' house, and we're going to be getting some berries for me, my mum and my grandparents, and my dad's going to be fishing. I'm then going to probably go get some flower and plant snacks from the flower shops, go for a nice stroll, probably have a look at the chard shops, and just enjoy my day off. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week so far. All like, comment and subscribe, and if you enjoyed the vlog, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.